There are worlds out there where the sky is burning, where the seas sleep and the rivers dream. People made of smoke and cities made of song. Somewhere there's danger, somewhere there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace, we've got work to
Hello people of Facebook, YouTube and whatever, and welcome to 800 TARDIS Reviews, the show where I review everything and anything Doctor Who. I am your host Chris Duxfield, and today we'll be reviewing a DVD set that I got for my birthday, which I think is pretty cool. It is the Legacy Collection featuring the two DVDs, Sharda, the Lost Doctor Who episode, which I think is cool, and the 30th anniversary DVD, More Than 30 Years in the TARDIS. Now let's first start off with Sharda. Now Sharda was a pretty cool DVD to watch, and to show out some of the missing scenes that were not recorded. If you haven't seen them, they used Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor, to narrate the scenes that were not recorded or stuff like that. This DVD was awesome. I loved it, and it came with some cool features as well. If you put this into a computer which has a DVD player as well, like a DVD drive and all that, it comes up with a bonus animation version produced in 2003 for BBC I, the webcast of Sharda, which was recorded by the 8th Doctor Paul McGann and Linda Ward, who played the second incarnation of Romana. This is good. And they also show the theories of the strikes and why Sharda was not used and all those kind of things. And they have like a photo gallery of them producing Sharda and about all the strikes. And overall, the DVD was actually pretty good. It's a 2 DVD set, one for like movies and one for the episodes and one for the special features here, which I think was pretty awesome. I like the story in it, talking about the Gallifreyan prison, Sharda. And the DVD itself was pretty cool. And here are some clips of the scenes that I thought were the coolest.
Hello? 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 Anybody there? Why? It's a museum. I've always felt at home in museums. Giant robot. Beat you, cock. Cybermen. Beat you. Daleks. Beat you, Davros. Davros. Whew. I beat him as well. I was irresistible in those days. irresistible Yeti. Gundan robot. No. The Void, Sea Devil, Ice Warrior, Krog. Shada! The untransmitted story. Why wasn't it transmitted? No. Of course we didn't finish it. Starring Dennis Carey and Christopher Neame, written by Douglas Adams. I thought it was a very good script. And there was an invisible spaceship. Douglas said anyone can design a visible spaceship, but to design an invisible spaceship, that needs imagination. I think he said that, or did he say... I think he said genius. Yes, he said genius. Poor old Douglas. I wonder what became of him. That's right, Cambridge. About 1979. Punting on the cam. There was the choir on the corner as I biked by, singing Fauré's Requiem or some train song or other. Daniel Hill. I'd heard he'd become the manager of an old people's home, or maybe he went into an old people's home, I can't remember. Or maybe he was always old, I don't know. And Victoria Burgoyne, it was her first television, and when she heard it was cancelled, she was so unhappy, she cried a lot. We all cried a lot. We were very sad. Shada.
Now we come up to the second DVD, the 30th anniversary documentary, More Than 30 Years in the TARDIS, which talk about from Doctor Who #1 to Doctor Who #7, from William Hartnell to Sylvester McCoy. Now the documentary itself, when I first got it, this was the first documentary I have seen since the Doctor Who 40th anniversary documentary. So this one was cool. I got to tell about the show itself from the beginning, and even the Dalek movies like Doctor Who and the Daleks and Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD. Now the Dalek movies, Doctor Who and the Daleks and Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD, that's completely different to the series. In the show, they talk about a time-traveling alien from the planet Gallifrey on the constellation of Castorberus. And in the Dalek movies, featuring Peter Cushing as the Doctor, they feature him as an Earth scientist called Doctor Who. Really, they call him Doctor Who. Who is a brilliant scientist who has invented his latest invention called the TARDIS. TARDIS. Who also has two granddaughters, Susan and Barbara. Yeah, Barbara. And in the movie, they show how they ended up on Skaro. That's the first one. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. the anniversary, it's good. They talk to former doctors, former companions like Fraser Haynes, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. The guy who played Jamie and the girl who played Victoria, Sophie Aldrin, Elizabeth Sladen. Who else? Oh, yeah. And they talk about all the kinds of stuff in here. It is narrated by Nicholas Courtney, who is dead now. But he was narrating. They were talking about the Doctor, the companions, the monsters, the Daleks, and all that, figuring how they all came about. And they also talked about that scene in Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield, when Ace was trapped in the tank. And not many people know this, but in the scene Battlefield, when Ace was in that tank and the doctor grabbed that device, it looked like all the water was disappearing and she got shot up into the ocean. Well, that wasn't true. Apparently, what had happened during on set, that the glass that was holding in all the water, it was starting to bulge at the bottom. It cracked. All the water was spilling out, and they were all shocked. And then Sylvester said, "Get her out of there!" They lifted her up because you know what happens when water touches electricity. But yeah, if you haven't seen the part, just search it up on YouTube, the part, and if you want to see this documentary, it is amazing. You have to get it. Just look for Doctor Who more than 30 years in the TARDIS. Here is some clips of what I thought the thing was like.
Well, that's it. Doctor Who. 30 years, who would have thought it? Things come back to haunt you just when you least expect it. Go, now!
My prisoners! The Daleks have command of the TARDIS!
Hope you have enjoyed those clips. And I hope you have enjoyed this episode of 0800 TARDIS Reviews. Now, if you have any suggestions for what you want to see in the next 0800 TARDIS Reviews, just put your queries and all that in the comments below. And don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/0800 TARDIS, the New Zealand-based Doctor Who Facebook page. Till then, drive safe, stay safe. And if you're watching this in New Zealand, have a good 2 weeks of holiday, and I will see you again next time. Bye, Whovians. Hope you have a good day.